MacVoices is supported by ATTO, the power behind the storage. ATTO brings performance you can trust to your Mac. No matter which Mac you prefer, you can trust ATTO to provide the latest macOS drivers and tools to meet your needs. To learn how ATTO provides performance you can trust for your Mac, visit atto.com. MacVoices is in San Jose for AltConf and WWDC. I'm Chuck Joyner. Folks, I have Shannon and Richard of Square here to tell us about their sponsorship of AltConf and what they're showing to developers here at the show. Gentlemen, good to see you. Thanks for being here.
Yeah,
thank you so much, Chuck.
Yeah, I really appreciate the time. So I'm not sure who's going to start first, but what is Square showing to developers here?
Today we're here talking about our in-app payments SDK and our Reader SDK for iOS developers to be able to build custom payments within their applications, whether it's in person or in their application.
So you're talking about building them right into the app.
Yeah, and so our in-app payments SDK allows them to get a custom payment flow directly within an application. It's really useful for if they have like digital goods or services that they're wanting to sell. And it has this pre-built flow, so it's really easy for them to just drop it into their application. They provide a basic custom interface configuration, and then it just handles the entire flow through it.
So, and then there's the Reader SDK, where instead of having the customer input their credit card into their own mobile application, or have Google Pay or Apple Pay, you can integrate your software with our hardware. So you can have your iOS or Android, React Native, or Flutter app actually wake our device up via Bluetooth and take a charge with a physical card.
Thank you for saying that, because I know I've been using that all over the city this week. Everywhere, all these little markets and things seem to have a Square reader, exactly like what you're showing at the desk.
Absolutely, and most of those folk are using our point of sale app. So they're going to the App Store and grabbing the Square app. And what you can do now is use your app and integrate our hardware into your own app. So you can do all sorts of custom solutions, like a self-serve burger kiosk, or like taxi cab charging from the back seat with a tablet and Square Reader. So we have this versatile offering with our hardware and your software.
So what does it take for me to sign up with Square and put your software into my app, or start integrating your hardware solutions with my app?
Yeah, it's just as easy. You just go to squareup.com/developers. We have all of our documentation there immediately available. You can sign up for an account, get your app credentials, and then follow one of our Getting Started guides that'll actually show you how to implement it within your iOS or Android application.
Yeah. Both the in-app payments and Reader SDK are free to use. It's free to sign up. There's just a charge for actually charging the card. So like in-app payments SDK is 2.9% plus 30 cents, and Reader SDK is 2.5% plus
15. But I always recommend that you make sure to go double check the pricing that we have listed there, just depending on what exactly you're integrating.
But then you handle all the financial transactions, you handle all the back end. It's just I tap, swipe, whatever, and I get paid.
Yeah, with Reader SDK, you are literally telling us, other than like the way that you'd like the device to function with parameters, you're telling us the amount and the currency, and we handle the rest. We handle the EMV and PCI compliance, and actually make the charge and give you back the result. So it makes it way evolutionary simpler to make charges from your own software with our hardware.
This may be an unfair question, but I'll ask it anyway. So let's say I'm going to pay you $10 today, a customer's going to pay me $10 today. How long does it take me to get the money actually back in my hand?
It's going to take somewhere from 1 to 2 days to go transfer automatically to your bank account, but in most cases, it actually transfers within the next day.
Yeah, we're extremely quick. Unlike, we don't do this like weekly recurring on one day it'll happen. We get it into your account as quickly as possible.
That's where I was going with that, because you wait a week, wait 30 days, and it's easy to lose track, and that's a disservice to everyone.
Yeah, and it's really valuable for many businesses to have their money in their account as quickly as possible, to keep up-to-date books and to have money on hand.
And we do offer the ability for you to do instant deposit. It does come with a small fee of like 1%, but if you needed immediate access to funds that are in your Square account, you can do an instant deposit and have the access to the funds immediately. The other thing that we offer is that we have what's called a Square card. So as a Square merchant, you would be able to use that Square card to actually use those funds anywhere immediately. And it acts as like a business banking card, so that say have like $1,000 or $10,000 in sales that you've made throughout the day, and you need to go buy like a new fridge because your fridge went out, you can use that Square card to go to a merchant and actually get access to the funds that are already currently in your account without having to wait for it to transfer into your bank account.
How about those situations where someone needs a refund on something? How is that handled, especially if you're paying me that quickly? Is Square protected in a refund situation?
Yeah, we have refunds through our SDKs and APIs, so you can like issue a refund. For chargebacks, we actually have aggressive services to help you with that.
Yeah, we have dispute management, which will actually help facilitate the entire dispute process if somebody does a chargeback on you. And additionally, we also have like ways in the dashboard to immediately do a refund for a customer, and it's usually resolved within like 15 minutes, that you'll actually like see the refund actually process through.
And we use machine learning to detect and avoid fraud in the first place, trying to never have that happen.
Well, as we all are starting to get into contactless payments and using the electronic systems, as a developer, I would think that there's a little bit of trepidation over, okay, now I'm letting somebody else handle part of my finances. Mm-hmm. And, you've given me some really good reasons to trust and appreciate what Square does.
Yeah, we handle billions of charges, and so we are trusted by millions of sellers, and we have battle-tested APIs, and are really happy to be exposing those to developers with these new SDKs.
So, why AltConf? Why are you guys here? I mean, I know that everyone appreciates your support of the event, but what made it so attractive?
We've always had a really great relationship with Apple and having like very close ties with a lot of iOS engineers. To us, it's very important to be here to help support iOS and the community. And that's why we want to be here, to make sure to tell them about all the products that we have that can help them with their own businesses. And overall, we're just like absolutely love Apple developers.
And another thing that excited us about AltConf is that we also have products for Android, React Native, Flutter, the Reader SDK, and in-app payments have plugins for all of those. So this is a great meeting of mobile developers.
I mean, it is. There's so much energy and so much enthusiasm here. And I know yesterday there was no way to get to anybody's table here. You guys were all stacked up.
Yeah, we really enjoyed talking with everybody, developers, mobile developers from all over the world, a ton of interesting use cases and a lot of excitement about the SDKs.
And it helps that we're giving away Legos.
Yeah, well, that was going to be my next question, and maybe the most important thing. You're giving away Legos and socks, which I'm trying to find the connection.
Well, the socks were just something that we've actually developed this year. Legos is something that we've been giving out for a while now. Originally, that was under the idea that we wanted people to build with Square, and what better way to build with Square than with Legos?
Got it. Okay.
And it happens that our small Square reader fits really nicely in the hands of the Lego little guy, so
it seemed like a perfect fit.
Yeah.
But you developed the socks. I've never heard sock development.
They are syntax highlighted socks, so they're developer-focused Square socks.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, so everybody stop by and get your Square socks. Guys, thank you so much. The website where folks go to learn more and maybe sign up.
At square.com/developers.
Perfect. Thanks again. Good to see you.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, Chuck. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Folks, I'm Chuck Joyner. We'll have more from AltConf in San Jose. Thanks for watching. Visit MacVoices.com for show notes and to connect with Chuck on social media. Get involved in our Facebook group or like our Facebook page, and get more out of your Apple tech with MacVoices Magazine, free on Flipboard and on the web. And if you find value in it all, consider supporting us through either our Patreon campaign at patreon.com/MacVoices or by making a one-time donation via the PayPal link on our front page and in the show notes of each episode. You will join these fine people who help bring you Mac Voices. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media at backbeatmedia.com. Bandwidth provided by CacheFly at cachefly.com.